When you woke up this morning. Currently over Doak Campbell Stadium, 55 degrees, nice sunset out there, really pretty. So it'll be really nice conditions. A little chilly tonight, so make sure to bring a jacket if you're doing any late night studying. You do see a little bit of ground scatter on the radar, not too much to be concerned about though. There's no rain. We got a high pressure system over us, so it'll be pretty dry. We will see some clouds throughout tonight and then into tomorrow morning as you go on your morning commute, and it could last into the evening hours, which would make it difficult for the land to warm up throughout the day. Taking a look at the current temperatures, pretty nice all around, 50s all across the board. And then tonight in Tallahassee, it is going to be a nice 39 degrees, so make sure to pack that jacket if you're going to be out and about. And then taking a look at the headlines, chilly until midweek, rainfall this weekend, and then finals just weeks away. All this and more on FSU weather.
Thank you, Jackson. We have a great show here for you tonight. We're about to have our coldest weather of the year so far.
Yeah, I'm excited for the cold weather. In fact, I'm excited for the first freeze of this season. But also, I'm just enjoying this break, and also I'm very proud of the FSU football team for securing a 12-0 season.
Yeah, me too. We have one more game this Saturday to get to 13-0 and make a trip to the college football playoffs. 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah, I fully believe in the Seminoles, especially with especially our quarterback, and also especially Trey Benson, Johnny Wilson, and Keon Coleman. I know our offense will kill it.
Yeah, definitely, and our defense has been doing pretty good too. So I will say, if y'all are traveling up there, you may have to deal with some interesting weather this weekend because it does look like a stormy weekend.
Yeah, so make sure to bring your umbrellas if you're going up to Charlotte to go see the game. And also just make sure to bring your jackets as well. But Nikki, what's going on around town?
Thank you so much, guys. Go Noles. We had a great weekend in Gainesville, and now we get to celebrate back here after Thanksgiving break. Right now, we're seeing a beautiful little sunset over downtown right now. You can see a little bit of pink at the bottom of the screen there. It is currently 55 degrees. We had a chilly one today, and there's a little bit of a breeze as well. So I would definitely say, I hope you had your jacket on today. I know I was walking to class with my long sleeve and my sweatshirt. Today the high was 61, so maybe during the day when the sun was out, it was a little bit better, but still a little bit chilly. And you know, our average, right around average, close enough, but definitely not close to our record of 85 and 26. That is hot and cold. Right now in Tallahassee, as I said, it is 54 degrees, and basically all around the area, it's in the low 50s, and as we get down to places like Apalachicola, it's 55, and as we go further north in Valdosta, it's 51 degrees. So honestly, pretty mild day all around, but it is going to be getting chillier later in the week, and we will be seeing that on the show today. It's pretty dry all around the area as well. 43 dew point in Tallahassee, 33 up in Donaldsonville as we get farther north, and 43 down in Apalachicola on the coast there. So dry day all around, something that we're not super used to, so make sure you're bringing out that chapstick, on that lotion, make sure your skin doesn't get too dry. Today we also had a pretty clear day, not any rain, but we have a little bit of backscatter on the radar, but as I said, no rain, but there might be some later this week. We definitely had some yesterday when I was driving up with my roommate. We were a little bit scared driving in the rain, but you know, we made it fine. And looking into the future, still, there might be some rain, but also quite a few clouds. If you're going to be getting some coffee tomorrow morning with this cute little cat right here, it is going to be a chilly one, almost close enough for it to snow. I wonder if it'll snow in Florida. It is probably going to be a no, especially for this week and probably for a long time. It is 39 degrees tomorrow morning, so make sure you're busting out that puffer if you have one. I know that I don't, but I'll be putting on a lot of layers when I go to class in the morning. And a perfect example right here, maybe put on a little cap or a beanie if you have one, and a jacket. And of course, you can't forget your backpack when you go to school. If you want to do your school work, be an academic weapon of sorts. But as the day goes on, it is going to get up to 60 degrees. That's almost a 30-degree difference, or 21 if we're doing the math from 39 to 60. So a big temperature, so make sure you have layers that you can take them off throughout the day. As we look into the next 7 days, It is going to be in the 60s, and then when we hit Friday, boom, 90% chance of rain. That is crazy. Very rainy, and then it might get a little bit warmer, and yeah, warm and wet later in the week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, thank you, Nikki. We're definitely going to be dealing with warmer weather, but as soon as we go to warmer weather, we're going to be dealing with severe weather and potential heavier rain as well. I'm excited for that. I enjoy storms. But looking around the area around Florida tonight, look at the sunset right now in Tallahassee. If you go outside, it probably doesn't look quite like the glare you see on the camera, but this is still a pretty sunset here in Tallahassee. Jacksonville has a pretty sunset as well. So does Destin. Orlando, it's already dark there, and you can see just lights from the city. But looking at our current conditions around the state of Florida, you can easily see where the cooler air has already gotten to and about where the cold front has gotten to in about South Florida. You're still at 76 in Miami. We're up here in Tallahassee, we're already in the mid-50s. And you can see with the moisture levels too, look at our dew point here, 43 in Tallahassee, much drier air. But if you go further west, your dew point in Pensacola is at the freezing mark at 32, and that's comparatively, it's like 34 degrees, 36 degrees higher of dew point at 68 in Key West, where you have much moister, muggier air that you tend to have in the summer. Looking at our satellite and radar, you can see a few clouds, but not much in the way of any rain, unless you go into the Gulf. There's a few specks of showers, but I don't expect any rain to occur over Florida this evening or overnight. But if you're going to be going out and about in Miami, you can see it looks really nice out right now. And looking over the next couple days, Miami's not going to really get hit by this front that the rest of Florida's going to get hit by, but you're going to be dealing with a chance of showers and storms way over southern Florida. But except for southern Florida, most of Florida is going to stay dry over the next three days. Tampa, you're going to be dealing with, I don't think it's going to be this warm. It's going to be much cooler than this in Tampa because the front is going to get to you in Tampa, but your rain chances look about what I think is going to happen. It's going to be a dry frontal passage, and we're going to see really cool temperatures heading into this week. Now, Panama City Beach, look at our sunset in Panama City Beach. You see a beautiful sunset with the red here as well. You can see a few clouds in the background, which is the reason that we're going to stay a little warmer tonight than the next couple nights, because you're going to be dealing with the radiational cooling, and your highs here actually look, this is about what we're expecting. We're going to see temperatures in the 50s on Wednesday. This will be our coolest day of the year so far. So if you're going to be going out and about on Wednesday across much of Florida, definitely be prepared for more December or January-like conditions heading into the last couple days in November. Pensacola, you're dealing with a beautiful sunset right now as well. It's going to be a nice evening to be out and about, but you're also looking at cool temperatures over the next couple days as well. Thursday we start to warm up a little bit ahead of a warm front, but what you're going to really see is as you head into the weekend, our chances of showers and storms go up. It's past Thursday. I don't think it's going to affect you Thursday. Maybe after sunset Thursday night, you might have to worry a little bit, but Friday into the weekend, we definitely have to worry all around the state for a chance of showers and storms, heavy rain, and potential severe weather. But now I'm going to pass things off to Josh.
Thank you so much, Nico. So now we're going to zoom out to the south, to the rest of the southeast. Now, Orlando over here was looking absolutely gorgeous during Minscope for sunset, but we also had some beautiful skies, especially over here in Charlotte, which is where FSU is going to be playing Louisville on Saturday for the ACC championship. So as you zoom out, we're actually going to see currently that across the southeast, especially Florida, there's not really anything happening, but we do want to point out that there is a front that's going to be passing through the Florida Peninsula, and essentially going to be causing some warmer temperatures that we are seeing. So as we go through the weekend, Friday we're going to see some sharp rain pop through, and then especially coming through because of the low pressure system off in the west. Now, as you see, currently temperatures are much higher in South Florida, going from Orlando southward, essentially going along the I-4 corridor, which is where this front is located. And also we have much colder temperatures, 42 at Nashville, mainly because we also have a high pressure system off to the east, which is why we're seeing some colder temperatures along the northern part of our region. So as dew points also support, we're going along the I-4 corridor. We have a front coming through, and also we're having higher dew points in South Florida, and then we're having way drier conditions up in the deep south. So we're also seeing some water vapor work its way into Houston,
and overall into Texas from Mexico. And also, we also have some water vapor working its way into off the coast of Georgia. But tonight, as you see in Tallahassee, we're going to expect some cooler temperatures. Tallahassee is going to be at 41, some warmer temperatures in Miami at 63, and cooler temperatures in Nashville and Charlotte, both at 31. For tomorrow, expect a similar story. We'll have that front start to work its way through. It's going to be more closer to Miami over here, where you see this boundary from 75 in Miami up to 60 in Orlando and Tampa. And we're going to see the 40s in Nashville and 50 in Charlotte. Now, going to Blacksburg, Virginia, home of University of Virginia, we're going to see some cooler temperatures, especially along for the highs, and as we see that high pressure system work in. And for Atlanta, Georgia, which we're going to be heading to, we're going to see much cooler temperatures as well. And then one thing to also point out is if you are going to Charlotte for the game, make sure to bring an umbrella because we might have some rain coming through, as Nico said, into that area. So make sure to bring an umbrella and make sure to bring a nice jacket, as Nikki said, like a good puffer jacket. But Nico, what's going on around our local spotlight?
Yes, thank you, Josh. We're definitely going to have to worry about rain as we head into the weekend, especially if you're going to be traveling. But our spotlight city tonight is Valdosta. If you're going to be traveling to Valdosta, here's a live look at Valdosta right now. You're looking at a farm, a lot of farmland out in this area. It's dark right now, but it does look pretty nice. You're not dealing with anything in the way of rain. So if you want to go out and about, you're dealing with clear skies. It's not cloudy at the moment. You're dealing with clear conditions, calm conditions, and about 50-degree weather right now. It may be cloudy later tonight, but right now we aren't dealing with too much in the way of that. Looking at our current local radar, you can see there's nothing really around here in Tallahassee, but in our spotlight city, you have the radar here in Valdosta, and there's nothing around Valdosta either. So if you're going to be going out and about in Valdosta this evening, you don't need to bring a rain jacket or anything or an umbrella, because it is going to stay nice as we head into this evening. But one thing you can do, you can go to the Wild Adventures theme park, obviously not in the water park area, but you can go anywhere else when it's in the 50s. It's going to be pretty nice to be walking around. You won't have to deal with sweat or anything else in that area this week, but as you head into Friday, we might have more issues with that. The first beer brewery was in South Georgia. This is something you could do over the weekend as well when it is going to rain, because you can drink indoors, and you could even watch the football game probably while you do that. They also have a skate park for wakeboarders. You don't want to do that during the lightning storms on Friday because you don't want to get struck by lightning while you're wakeboarding. But if you want to do that, I would really suggest waiting a little bit because it's going to be cold. You don't want to be in the water when temperatures are expected to get to freezing. And as you can see, we're going to have our freeze on Wednesday morning and potentially another freeze on Thursday morning behind a cold front. Then you see Friday. Friday's our big day for storms, an 80% chance of showers and storms on Friday. Very similar weather to here in Tallahassee. And you can see the warm front obviously makes it through with how much warmer it is on Friday when we get up to 74 degrees with the heavy rain and potential severe weather. But now I'm going to send things off to the desk with Nikki and Jackson.
Thank you, Nico. Yes, it's been pretty cold here so far. It's going to get even colder in Tallahassee, but somewhere that's where it's been even colder than Tallahassee is up in Minnesota. There's a moose on the loose. Can you tell us more about it, Nikki?
There is this little moose right here. His name is Rhett, named after the moose from the movie Brother Bear, which I've actually not seen, unfortunately, but maybe I will tonight. It has been making its trek away from its family from South Dakota to Minnesota, and now I believe he's on his way back.
Yeah, I think he's on his way. Last I checked on the Facebook group chat. So if you're interested in tracking Rut that's on the loose, you can join the Facebook group chat. Just search up Rut the Moose, and it'll pop up. All you can do is join. But last I saw about an hour ago, he was in the Nevis area. So if you're anywhere near Leech Lake or Leech Lake Reservation, got any family up there, maybe tell them to go outside, maybe catch a few pictures, but make sure not to get too close because those are some pretty big animals. Have you ever seen a moose before, Nikki?
I actually have seen a moose. Have you
Really?
seen a moose?
I did. It was from afar, and they're pretty big animals, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty big. A rule of thumb most of the time when you're seeing wildlife, if you close your eyes, put your thumb out, and you can still see the moose, you're too close. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, this Facebook group has 35,000 people actually right now. And it was made in the past. The group was created in 2018 for a different moose that people were tracking and sending in pictures of, but unfortunately, that moose did not make it home.
Yeah, unfortunately, but we all have faith in Rut. There was a little concern about him crossing the I-94 corridor between South Dakota and Minnesota, but thankfully he made it across safely, so he should be pretty close to getting back to his home, back to his family. I think it originated way up in Canada, somewhere in northern Minnesota, but definitely if you want to get to know more about it, go on a Facebook group chat and learn more about it. Now we're going to toss things off to the wall with Josh.
Thank you so much, Nikki and Jackson, for that. Thank you so much for the discussion about the moose on the loose. I'm really interested in seeing his journey so far. But going back to Doak Campbell and bringing back home to Tallahassee, we're seeing outside at EOAS, it's just looking nice and beautiful. But currently we're hanging around 53 degrees, so if you're a native Floridian like me, make sure to bring a jacket because I know you're going to get cold easily. But we'll have really nice skies nonetheless. So currently we're hanging around the mid-50s in our region, 50 at Thomasville, 54 here at Tallahassee, a little warmer at the coast at 55 at Apalachicola. So as you zoom back in, we're going to see consistent dew points, while we do have drier conditions in Donaldsonville at 33. So it won't be as sweaty. But either way, it's going to be nice and comfortable to go outside. All you may want to bring that jacket, as I said earlier. Tomorrow, expect temperatures to get into the upper 50s, low 60s, especially 60s in Tallahassee and near the coast. So, but don't forget, tomorrow morning it's going to be very cold. We're going to expect a low of 39 degrees, so make sure to bring that jacket if you come to school early like me. So, and then tonight, as we expect, lows will get down to 41 in Tallahassee, and also just overall low 40s. So make sure just to bundle up. I'm going to make sure to have a bunch of blankets when I sleep tonight, and just overall make sure to cover those plants if needed, just in case of a freeze. Now, tomorrow you're going to be seeing some clouds coming in from the west, but overall nothing in the terms of rain to worry about whatsoever. So you won't need to worry about bringing an umbrella tomorrow, but keep that umbrella handy for storms on Friday. Now, as you go throughout the day tomorrow, 6 a.m., 41, make sure to bring a jacket. 9 a.m., you can kind of live without it, but I would still bring it nonetheless. But we're mainly going to get up to our high around 3 to 4 p.m. at 60 degrees. So nonetheless, it will be a cooler day tomorrow as you get into a freeze that can happen on Wednesday morning and also Thursday morning. So as I said, Tuesday is going to be very nice sunny conditions, however, temperatures will be low in the evening. So make sure to bring a jacket if you are going out. But Friday through Monday, make sure to bring an umbrella or rain jacket, because while the temperatures will be higher where you won't need to worry about that jacket anymore, you're going to also have to worry about rain that could be coming in. And depending on the low, depending on where we are in conditions in terms of the warm front, we could have light rain if we're not far enough away from it, or if we're close enough to the warm front, we could have some heavier rain. But Nikki, I was just talking about the regular weather. Let's talk about the lifestyle.
Thank you so much, Josh. I love doing the lifestyle because there's always so much to do here in Tallahassee. Looking at these cameras, Panama City is looking absolutely gorgeous right now. They always have the best sunsets. I'm kind of jealous that I'm not there now, but I'm also still mad that the sun is setting way too early. I've been wanting to go to sleep since 4 p.m. today. Lake Bradford, you can see the sun's basically almost set. Sportsplex is looking dark. If you have some games, maybe wear a head flashlight. I don't think that's regulation, but you know, it's hard to see at night. St. George Island, also the moon is out. That's super cool. I don't think I will ever get used to the sun setting before 8 p.m. ever. For tomorrow, if you're an early riser, I will be asleep, but it will be chilly. So if you're going to like walk your dog or maybe get, a morning coffee with your friends, it's going to be 41 degrees. And it's going to warm up a little bit as the sun starts to come out. By noon, it'll be 54, so really not that much warmer, especially by Florida standards, but it's better than 41, I'd have to say. And by the time the sun sets at 6 p.m., it will be 52 degrees. Landis, currently, it's probably around 60 degrees right now, maybe a little bit of a wind, but good time to study, just hang out. Maybe the stars are out, maybe go stargazing with your friends. I used to do that on Landis when I was a freshman, so it's always a fun activity tonight. If you're going to be studying in Strozer, it is going to be 39 degrees. That's 9 minus 2 away from freezing, 7 degrees from freezing. If you're going to be doing some studying, I know I have some group projects I got to do, so I should be going to the library after this. It's going to be a chilly one, so make sure that when you leave, you put on your jacket, maybe a few layers, and when you're driving home from the library, perhaps, maybe if you like the cold, maybe drive with the windows down. I know that the AC in my car stopped working today, so I probably will be driving with the windows down home. It will be a super nice drive. You can get those nice rosy cheeks from the wind. It's always a good time to drive with the windows down, especially with these beautiful temperatures. If you're walking your dog in the morning, as I've been saying, it's going to be a chilly one. It really just depends on how you feel about the cold weather. I know a lot of people go to school here in Florida because they don't like the cold weather, but for those that are maybe from out of state and missing home, it's a great time to go out in the morning on your walk to class, but maybe tomorrow's going to be more of a sweatpants kind of day. I will definitely be wearing my sweatpants to class. If you're going to the beach, not the best beach day. It's going to be, as I've been saying, kind of cold. 75 I wouldn't say is cold, but cold for the beach. If you want to like go have fun in the sun, it is going to be a little bit cloudy, but not awful. And if we're looking up to finals week, oh no, 14 days away. Christmas is 28 days away, and New Year's is in 25 days. It is an exciting time. Jackson, how are you feeling about your finals?
Oh, I'm not feeling too good about my finals, to be honest. You know what? It's okay. It's fine. We'll get through it together. Taking a look at the weekend, if you had any plans the week ahead today in Tallahassee, it's going to be pretty nice. I've been saying all show. We got 31 degrees on Thursday morning, and Wednesday morning 30 degrees. It's definitely going to be a little chilly out there, so make sure to pack that jacket, especially with the wind going. You could have wind chills a little bit colder than that, make it feel like it's 28, 29. And taking a look at one more look at the current radar. As we said before, the screen right here, it's not rain, it's just ground clutter, backscatter. So make sure, no need to be afraid of any rain that might be out there. Maybe a drop or two in Cross City though. But mainly this is due to all this high pressure system, this dry front is moving on through. You can see those clouds making its way on through on Tuesday, into Tuesday night, and then out of here by the time dinner Tuesday night and into Wednesday. So it's going to be a really nice week ahead. Taking a look at tonight's temperatures all across the board, 50 degrees, the current temperatures right now. Not too cold yet, but we will be dropping down, as you can see down here in Apalachicola, 55. And as you travel more north, cross over I-10 and get into Thomasville, 50 degrees, 51 in Valdosta, and 52 in Bainbridge. So definitely that South Georgia area. Make sure, there's probably going to be a freeze watch coming up here soon, freeze warning. So if you got any crops, just make sure you got any flowers you don't want to get hurt or damaged during the freeze. Make sure to cover them up and keep them safe as we get to these really cold temperatures. As we said before, we have the high pressure system right over us, and that's what's causing all these drier air. So definitely make sure to pack the chapstick, like Nikki was saying earlier, any face lotion, moisture, anything you need to get through this time. Thomasville, 38, super dry up there for us here down in the south. And as you get closer into Central Florida and Perry, 45, but still pretty dry for our area. Take a look at tonight's forecast. 41 degrees. Not terrible. I was just back home in Georgia for Thanksgiving, and we were a little colder than that. So it's not the end of the world, but it is a little chilly. Thomasville, 40 degrees, 43 in Perry, Apalachicola, 44. So it warms up a little bit when you get closer to the coast, and not a lot. Not as lot as like to see. Tomorrow, 60 degrees though for the high. That's pretty mild temperatures, pretty nice temperatures if I say so myself. As you go up north though, 57 in Thomasville, 59 in Bainbridge and Quincy. So it's gonna be pretty nice temperatures moving forward. And then tonight in Tallahassee, 39 degrees, partly cloudy. So make sure that if you're doing any late night studying to bring a jacket. If you're driving a moped, bring a jacket, maybe some gloves, or if you're walking, make sure to bring an extra jacket because it's going to be really chilly out there. So now, Nico and Josh, what do you guys think about this cold weather?
Yeah, it's definitely actually pretty nice compared to what the hot weather we've been seeing recently until the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because I have a really nice jacket that I have for my dad, and I can finally bust it out and wear it.
Yeah, definitely this week's a great week to wear it. have a few warm days, but behind the next front might be a good time to wear it again next week too.
Yeah, and also going back to the front, if you're going to, if you're going to stay in Tallahassee, make sure to bring your umbrella, bring a rain jacket. But also, if you're driving even in Tallahassee or just driving to Charlotte for the game, make sure you drive slowly. And if you, and just in case you hydroplane, because I hydroplaned a couple times on my way back home here from Orlando, make sure you take your foot off the brakes and turn into it. Just turn into the skid to make sure that you can gain back control of your car and don't hit the brakes. Otherwise, you'll engage the anti-braking system and your brakes will lock.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a great tip because a lot of people are going to be driving up to Charlotte on Friday after they get out of class, and that's going to be about when one of the main rounds of heavy rain is going to be coming through with this system on Friday evening. So you definitely need to be careful. I know
Yeah.
Sunday was a wet day too.
Yeah, I know a bunch of us who were driving back were feeling that as well. I was delayed so many times, especially with driving on I-95 and I-10 to get back here. It was just not fun and also kind of scary, especially considering that we were driving through constant rain, and there was times when I hydroplaned again. So, obviously I'm here, so nothing bad happened. But follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU weather.
You can always like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU weather.
And then you can watch us live on YouTube, which you're doing right now at youtube.com/FSU weather.
You can always like us on Instagram as well at FSU Weather. Send us any pictures that you get that look like they're going to be cool. I know we have the severe weather threat and heavy rain this weekend. If you can get pictures safely, we definitely would love to see those. But I'm student meteorologist Nico Sapienza.
And I'm student meteorologist Josh Millay. Have a good night.